Hello friends, family, and other creatures of the sea, and welcome back to another high level game. Today in the bottom right, spawning as our yellow Zerg player playing for Team Kaisi, it's going to be none other than Reynor. And in the top left side is our blue Protoss player playing for Team Dragon Phoenix Gaming. It's going to be herO. Both of them playing here on Pride of Altaris as Reynor opens up with a hatch on the gold after playing a pool first. So it's going to be a quick speed. The reason for this is relatively simple. It is because Reynor wants to make sure that he gets his hatchery down, and sometimes delaying your hatchery makes sure that it can go down. And second of all, in case his opponent gets the gold, so it's a gold mirror, Reynor wants to be able to punish that. So he takes a small eco cut in order to allow himself to punish herO if he potentially would have done something greedy like taking a gold base, whether that would be with a Nexus first or with a standard Nexus on that gold base. Reynor just doesn't want it to happen. We see the big drone transfer here with this gold first. And we'll have to wait and see what herO actually is going to be doing this time around. Opens up with a Stalker, not chrono boosted by the way. Ooh. Where are you going, Mr. Probe? What you doing, buddy? Seems to be heading out for a little bit of a scout here. Wants to see, hey, there's drones here? Yep, there's drones here. Now, by the timing of the creep, herO should be capable of reading that this was not a hatchery first. Because if this was a hatch first, the creep would have already been done spreading. This is of course a tricky read to make. I'm not going to blame him if he doesn't realize. Not even quite sure what he would have done with this info if he would have received it. Well, if Reynor was paying attention here, I think he could see that the probe actually never made it back home. However, once again, that is a tricky thing to look at. Especially if you're trying to pay attention to a lot of other things as well. Hatchery is going down in the natural right at this moment. Gold is mining with 14 workers at a time, which means that the income for Reynor currently is looking absolutely fantastic. He's up to... Oh, you got in with some links. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Guess the Stalker wanted to kill the Overlord, but as a result, these 6 links are going to deal a little bit of damage here. This is kind of painful for herO. 5 workers are going down already, and the links are still alive as well. They're all very low. The Oracle is going to come home. Links are going to sacrifice their lives for the swarm. As 7 drones end up going down, and the income already looked bad for herO, and now, well, take a look at this. He's down 600-700 minerals a minute. He is mining more gas than his opponent, so that is interesting. Second gas being taken here for Reynor. That's a very fast second gas. Almost makes me suspect something a little bit cheeky. At the same time, herO, what are we doing here? Like proxy gateway at one of the oddest locations. Is this just going to be like a 4 or 5 gate? Or just a 3 gate? But a late twilight? Okay, I'm extremely confused here. I'm not quite sure what this build order is. I'm not sure what it's trying to achieve either. Because it feels like the tech is really, really late here. It also feels like all these gateways are kind of late. The adept count isn't going to be crazy good. This is an odd little build here that herO is playing. He's going to find an empty hatchery and start punching that. I'm not entirely sure if that is super useful though. Triple Oracle should be capable of perhaps taking out some of these queens. Especially with the assistance of these adepts here. I really think herO can take out a queen here. Despite there being a couple of transfuses ready. herO doesn't agree. He's going to get a 4th Oracle. Just kind of standing in between that natural and the 3rd. I really do like that play as well. Huh? I really do like that play. Saying, hey, your queens from the main are never connecting with your queens at the 3rd. And at the same time, no drones can transfer from this gold base location towards that natural base location. So, yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty cool play. We have a lot more Oracles coming in. Is Reynor aware that there is no 3rd base whatsoever? I don't think so. I think Reynor actually is setting up for an attack right now. herO, not with the greatest focus fire, but with good Oracle control, is going to keep every single one of his Oracles alive. Reynor is moving on right now with his links. I really believe that Reynor thought he was going to attack here, as herO is moving forward, taking out roach after roach. Man, 4 Oracles actually deal a surprising amount of damage against these roaches. A couple of workers going to fall. Nope, not quite the case. 43 probes against 35 drones currently, as it's difficult to know what Reynor has seen so far. He's going to be able to clear at least a couple of these adepts with Resonating Glaives about to finish up and with a lot of oracles in the sky. It seems like herO actually is going to once again get control of this general area. There is no way for Reynor to push this back. That means that this natural base is in a massive amount of trouble right now. I think Reynor is, I don't want to say dead, but he's almost dead. Ooh, that's an interesting shade finish. I don't think that is entirely the play. I don't think that's entirely the play. There is still no extra base. Now we do have a probe moving on towards this gold. So herO also going to be taking his own gold. We have pneumatized carapace here coming out for Reynor. I'm not quite sure what this is going to be for. I think this is a dead base. I actually believe that this base cannot be held because you're going to meet queens from over here and roaches from over here. herO shades in with 4 adepts, realizes there's 10 roaches. Like, yeah, perhaps I shouldn't have done that. I think after this, Reynor is going to be down a base. He still is mining from the gold, of course, so we currently see that he has fine income, but this is a wild build order. I absolutely love this, though. This is a crazy fun build out of herO. Holy crap. 7 minutes straight. He's just been on the other side of the map. He's going to be finishing up this shade. There's a couple of roaches in position to deal with this army. Lings are getting the surround as well, but the adepts still trade out pretty okay, I would say. We have the first queens being picked up at the same time. And these are 5 queens. 6 queens. 7 oracles. And a battery. It's just going to be really, really hard here for Reynor to actually get the damage done. He's moving forward with this spore, though. I like that move. I really do like that move. And he should just slowly but surely start creeping forward. I think Reynor knows he's in a little bit of trouble. I'm not entirely sure if going off creep here is the play. Especially not with these Ravagers. They just get one shot at this point by these oracles. It's double Stargate Oracle at this point. He's added a second Stargate. Okay. So we have 8 oracles. Oracle 9 and 10 are on the way. There's 9 queens out. There's similar oracle production as there's queen production currently, because we have 2 hatcheries and we have 2 stargates. Also have a similar production time. I never actually thought about that. Oracles, of course, with the chrono boost will be a little bit faster out. But still, it's pretty interesting. Ooh, you don't want to activate your oracle beams here. No, you don't want to. Because you're just kind of wasting your oracle energy there. He's going to go across the map. Maybe actually kill a spore. Oh, he's going to kill this base. He's going to take out this base. He's absolutely going to... He's on a warpath right now. Going for the first spore. There we go. Or he's just going to take out everything here? Is that the plan? He's actually going for the complete jump in. He's taking out 3-4 spores at the same time right now. Drones are going to get taken out as well. Glaive adepts moving in. At the same time, we have a queen drop harassing this base. But the super battery in combination with the probe so far is holding. There is creep, so that means transfuses are a possibility here. 10 drones have fallen already. herO is up. 20 workers at this point. But he is quickly losing workers as well on his side of the map. As currently these queens are still going pretty ham. Oracle count still is at 10. There's 17 adepts. And roaches are out. There's not enough energy on these oracles though. That means that these queens might actually be capable of doing something. Adepts are trying to come and help out. I'd love to see some void rays being produced. One, to attack these overlords, but also to have some consistent damage output against these roaches, rather than just the oracle beam, which of course is, well, the energy is a finite resource, and right now there's not so much energy on these oracles available. For adepts trying to sneak by, we still do have all 3 bases alive at this point for Reynor. The main for herO is mining out. The natural is close to mining out as well. We have a 4 roach drop heading towards the main base. The gold gets destroyed. And right now we're in a situation where you have this massive asset in this 11 oracles. Oh, the phoenixes. I really would have preferred void rays here, but it is what it is. At the same time, you are still down a base, but perhaps that's also temporary, as once again adepts are going to find a kill on a hatchery. This time it is the gold. It is 2 base against 2 base. There is no way to get any type of anti-air out for Reynor. This is a not normal game. This is a very, very weird game right now. And I kind of like it. Okay, let's just take a look at the situation. You have 11 oracles, a massive gateway army, and 4 phoenixes. There's 10 queens with a bunch of spores. And the beauty of being on 2 base is that you only need to defend 2 bases. However, I don't think herO actually needs to attack into this, because herO is containing his opponent. The way he's containing his opponent is not by having sentries out here or having a small choke and then siege tanks on the low ground. No, it's actually different. The moment that these queens push forward to secure a 3rd base, they leave their main base very open. They leave their natural very open. And it's not possible to make rotations quick enough to hold that. So we now see Reynor opting to go into fungals, I guess, with these infestors. There's no pathogen glands yet. We don't see Neural on the way either. Not even quite sure what you would Neural. Like, Neuraling a single Oracle is not going to be doing anything. This would be a bad shade to finish. More of a scouting shade than anything. I wouldn't mind a revelation here or there. Oh, there we go. Let's get that revelation off. There's double robos on the way. I mean, the moment Disruptors come out, life is just going to be very different. I'm still not so sure about the 9 Phoenixes that are currently out. I have to admit, I just don't quite get it. Oh, Reynor sneaked in a hatchery. It's absolutely impossible for herO to know that, obviously. Reynor does need to be careful that it doesn't show it with that Revelated Overlord. Okay, it's going to be RoboBabe. We also have Vipers. 2 base Viper Infestor. Makes a lot of sense, honestly. Parasitic Bomb against these Oracles, fantastic. Parasitic Bomb against these Phoenixes, even better. As the game kind of calms down, we're seeing double Immortals being produced right now, while the RoboBay is building, but surely it's going to be Disruptors. The funny thing is, it feels like Reynor is already ready to counter these Disruptors with these Vipers as well. There's no feedback available. We now have a Forge on the way as well. This is a wild game. I have never quite seen something like this. I bet herO plays 3 games like this every single day. I'd love to have access to this guy's like ladder replay pack or something like that. Like, if this is the crap he plays in tournaments, I really want to see what this guy does when he's not, you know, he's just having fun on ladder. Maybe he's just having fun in tournaments as well. Maybe that's the real recipe for, well, disaster or for beauty. There's often a very thin line between the two. We have 2 groups of air units harassing here. Oh, well, this group of air units is going to be in a little bit of trouble right now. Single Parasitic Bomb is going to deal a lot of damage. I think 3. Yep, 3 of these Phoenixes are going to end up falling. And 4 Oracles have gone down total, but I don't think any of this group just now died. It almost feels like Reynor is ahead. And it sounds stupid, but because he's down in workers, he's still going to be down the base, because herO is already expanding to the fort. Yet, I feel like Reynor is ahead. He has a very, very sophisticated army here. 5 Vipers, a bunch of Infestors. I wonder, can he actually take out these Disruptors when he pulls them in? I think he can. I think he has enough damage output. Okay, here come a couple of these Phoenixes. Good Parasitic Bomb. Fungal. Okay, no Fungal. Phoenix is going to get taken out. Oracles move in. This is the problem. You move out, you lose your base. Oracle's such a powerful counterattack mechanic. This is something that I don't think Reynor had quite expected to happen. Can't really blame the guy, because how often do you play games like this, of course. There's a lot of spores in the main, though. I actually end up losing a bunch of Oracles here. That's kind of painful. That Oracle was splashing all the others with the Parasitic Bomb as well. Don't think it's going to end up falling. No, it's not. Well, good math, Gavin. I eyeballed that. The 1 health. I really did eyeball that. He's going to lose to a Spore now, though, to like a Queen target fire. Ooh, Reynor not target firing. Rookie move, buddy. Rookie move. Could have got another Oracle for free. This is a big army. This is 8 Disruptors. There's only 5 Vipers. I don't even think all of these Vipers are full energy. No, they're not. Some of them will have double abducts. It's difficult to target, though. We're going to need to see some abducts immediately. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big Disruptor shots are hitting. 2 more Disruptor shots moving in. Not the cleanest splits here out of Reynor. He's going to be losing a big portion of his army. We still have these Viper abducts available as well. Reynor almost feels like he can continue pushing Parasitic Bomb on these Phoenixes. Is an option as well. Disruptor gets taken out, and indeed we do have the Parasitic Bomb on the lowest Phoenix. Is going to die here. So we have 4 Phoenixes remaining. Every single Oracle has gone down. 6 Disruptors are still on the map. Currently no energy whatsoever on these Vipers, and these Queens are going to get caught off creep. Oh no. Reynor, what a mistake. Disruptors are back off cooldown. Not going to hit anything. Second fungal goes down on these disruptors. Lings moving in. Another fungal hits as well. Queen's going to be taking a little bit of damage. Transfuse is not possible as majority of them are off creep. We still have 6 queens remaining here. The Lings get us around on this army. What's the upgrade on the Lings? It's nothing. You could go for Adrenal Glands, of course. That would definitely increase the damage output by a fair amount. Oh boy. Lurker then coming in here for Reynor. So Reynor wants to be going into Hydra, Roach, Queen, Infestor, Viper, Lurker. All of this on a 48 worker economy. As these 3 Phoenixes are going to be taking out a couple more workers. I cannot believe that this game is still going on. 17 minutes in, we're on 50 workers. herO is retaking, he had this gold before. So he's retaking this gold as his 5th base right now. The main is completely mined out. The natural is practically mined out. We still have some gas though in these assimilators. About 800 gas total. This is an absolutely sick game. These Phoenixes actually provide some type of value here in, first of all, attacking Vipers during fights, but also they can potentially kill some workers, and usually that's not a big deal because there's 85 workers, but in this game we only have 58 workers. Now Reynor with the gold is getting a decent amount of income, despite only being on 58 workers. He has a lot of gas income as well. He's working off of 7 extractors still. That's a lot. That really is a lot. I'd love to see a 5th base go down soon. A couple of Stalkers get pulled in by these Vipers, something we don't see every day either. Look at that. That is 4 or 5 Stalkers that he's just going to pick up for free with those Viper abducts. And I mean, every unit is a target at this point. The ecos are just so low. Or were so low. Not entirely true anymore. I'd love to see a Templar Archives go down at some point, by the way, here. I mean, how many more abducts is a Viper allowed to throw before you feedback him, you know? I feel like these Vipers have had way too much value already, both in Parasitic Bomb, but also just in the abducts. Like Disruptors, Immortals, now Stalkers. Every single time you're pushing in, declare 2 Creep Tumors. You're going to end up losing 4 Stalkers. Now, surely that's not a good trade. Surely not. Lurker is going to get taken out here by these Stalkers with the Observer, so that's nice. It's something at least, I guess. It feels like herO is just fighting an uphill battle here, and it doesn't make any sense. This entire game makes no sense. Oh, Fungal is going to hit at least an Observer and some of these Stalkers as well. Lurker coming in with the Burrow to get sniped as a result. I think that Reynor is just going to start pushing out on the map a little bit now. Let's just start. I think he targeted down this Lurker. This guy's getting bullied. No one said anything about it. Ridiculous. Lings moving in, still without Adrenal Glands, which, if you have 94 Lings, definitely would be an upgrade that I would consider. These Infestor, these Immortals are going to get pulled in. This Disruptor is going to get pulled in. And with the Lurker sieging up, I think that this base might just end up dying. No, says Reynor. I want to go towards your 3rd base. And herO goes in for a base trade. What a play. What a call out of herO here. Saying, hey, I don't think I can actually fight this army, but can you fight what I have on your side of the map? You take out one of my bases, I take out 2 of yours at the same time. 9 workers already going down, and I think herO actually is getting the better end of a trade. If he snipes that hatchery, can recall? Can he recall? He can recall. Zealots moving in as well at the same time. These Zealots have +2. Big Fungal is going to hit, and there's plenty of Lings over here. At the same time, though, we see the defensive moves out of herO. Are they going to be enough? Super Battery gets activated. There's a bunch of Lurkers here, but are they vulnerable? I think the answer might actually be no. These Immortals are going to be rallied towards their death through the field of Lurkers. It's like a minefield, but slightly more dangerous for these Immortals, as they do end up falling. 16 Zealots are out, single Disruptor, could perhaps do some damage, but no, the Vipers are in position. Disruptor shot gets cancelled. Phoenix lifts are going to be happening here, and with this Void Ray might be capable of cleaning up this little thing. No, GG gets called. Reynor does end up winning this game after 20 minutes of well, slow, patient play, showing that he's capable of winning games, even being down in workers, being down in absolute everything, down in bases, which is extremely rare, just taking it home. Fantastic game here between herO and Reynor. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see all of you next time for a new video. Thank you, and bye-bye.